Finally, we have diminished triads. Just as we use the major triad to find an augmented triad, we're going to use the minor triad to find diminished. And again, if you remember back at intervals, the word diminished means to make smaller. Again, it's a very similar process when we're finding diminished triads. If we start with an A minor triad, remember the notes were A, C, and E. In this case, to make it diminished, we're going to lower the fifth down a half step. So E goes down to E flat. So the notes for an A diminished triad are A, C, and E flat. Here's an A minor triad, and here's what an A diminished triad sounds like. So again, it's a very interesting sounding chord. And as always, be careful when you're dealing with accidentals. Here's a B minor triad, B, D, and F sharp. In this case, the fifth is F sharp. If we lower it down by a half step, it becomes F natural. So the notes for a B diminished triad are B, D, and F natural. Here is a B minor chord, and here's B diminished. And finally with flats, if we take a look at an E flat minor chord, E flat, G flat, and B flat. In this case, B flat is the fifth, so if we lower that by a half step, what does it become? Double flat. So for an E flat diminished triad, we have E flat, G flat, and B double flat. Here is our E flat minor chord, and here is the E flat diminished triad. Okay. So do a little practice with this, and then we'll continue talking about triads in the next lesson.